How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and today let's talk about the criminal justice system within Don't Starve Hamlet. Specifically, the Don't Starve Hamlet beta, because that's what I've been playing for the past few days. So there are 3 different categories of crimes that I'm going to break this up into, and we're going to take a look at some of the idiosyncrasies of the justice system as it pertains to punishing each crime. Let's get started by taking a look at arson. For those not familiar, arson is the act of deliberately setting fire to buildings. So normally, if you go ahead and light a building on fire, the guards will come after you. But they'll also come after you, although a little bit less severely, if you light a campfire. So lighting a campfire is not okay. Obviously, directly lighting buildings is not okay either, but how about indirectly lighting buildings on fire? It would sort of be the equivalent of me, like maybe picking up some fireworks and setting them down next to your house and then lighting them on fire. In the wacky world of Hamlet, the guards don't mind this. As a matter of fact, you can take gunpowder and blow up an entire block without one of them so much as batting an eye at your activities. Once again, though, to contrast that to some of the absurdity in terms of how the Hamlet community sort of treats fire or arson in Don't Starve, if you put down so much as a campfire, a pig guard will come along and put that fire out. Let's move on to theft, because theft is a pretty interesting one. Something as simple as picking up a rock can get the guards on your case if you pick it up in the wrong area. Meanwhile, you can go ahead and actually dig up every single grass tuft that the farmers have been cultivating, dig up the berry bushes, and once again, the guards do not bat an eye at this kind of activity. So we can deduce from this that picking flowers in the community is considered theft, as is picking up a random rock that's scattered about the ground, but at the same time, carting off the farmer's entire supply of berry bushes or grass tufts is it's a-okay, it's fine in their book. Lastly, I would like to take a brief look at assault, and while this does apply to pretty much other crimes as well, such as arson and theft, I think it's particularly interesting for assault, because assault is like one of those crimes that is usually considered more egregious. So if you attack a pig, regardless of whether or not you kill it, the guards will come after you. However, because the Hamlet world is unbelievably corrupt, you can always pay off the guards. There is no real justice in Hamlet if you are wealthy. Anytime you commit a crime, you can just go ahead, pay off the guard that witnessed basically the attack, and all is forgiven. So there you go. Those are my observations just far into the unbelievably corrupt and quite idiosyncratic criminal justice system in Don't Starve Hamlet. Will some of these be ironed out perhaps for the final product? I most certainly hope so. I'm personally more in favor of seeing something like a global karma system implemented, where regardless of where you commit a crime, as long as it's in a civilized place and it's been observed by a law official, it'll count against you when interacting with other civilized communities, regardless of where you go in that world. But who knows, maybe the corruption is planned and is merely there to sort of represent some political commentary on what the earlier forms of criminal justice systems tended to look like. And still do to some extent, unfortunately. But that's going to do it for this video, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time.